Hey, this is Todd Clark, Executive Director of TIVA of the Television Internet Video Association, back with our streaming booth at the video show. So if you're wondering what is the video show, and I keep telling people all day, it is the former GV Expo. So if you've been coming here for years and years and you're wondering what the heck happened to the GV Expo, well, it became the video show, and there are all kinds of panels and great discussions. There's still time to come down and catch the video show here at the DC Convention Center. But the main point of me being here is to interview some of the movers and shakers that are making things happen. And Mr. Matthias Omatola, who I remember from last year, is here with Cinema 4D.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what your footprint looks like in the industry.
Yeah, definitely. So Cinema 4D is the fastest to learn, easiest to use, full-featured 3D application on the market. We're known as the motion graphics leader. So anytime you're seeing, broadcast news, political debates, and you see the graphics on there, movies, movie titles, medical animation, all that stuff, a lot of it's created with cinema. So it's the tool for artists, but it's also really a tool for storytelling. And every business pretty much needs to be able to tell their story.
So it's literally software.
Yeah.
Right. And what makes it so easy to use? Are you and everyone here is an industry leader, but are you guys literally an industry leader?
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Why?
When it comes to motion graphics, we are the industry leader, and the reason why is the software was designed with artist in mind. So there is other 3D software out there,
like Paint.
And that kind of stuff. So there's other 3D software out there, but the challenge about it is you have an idea in your head. But then when you encounter software, it can become very complex, and then you have to know where everything is. And with cinema, there's a lot of tutorials, a lot of resources, and it feels more like an Adobe product where most creatives are already used to it. There's already a free version that's included in After Effects.
Really? Okay.
So a lot of people who are already using it, using After Effects, already have it already in their hands.
So how did you get involved? What is your passion for the industry? Are you an artist to begin with?
I am an artist. So I went to school for economics, and it's kind of a long path. But I went to school initially thinking that I wanted to make video games and movies, but there was another software program there, and when I tried it, I was like, forget this, and I got my degree in economics. I was like, I'll wait till the industry got easier. And now, and then when I discovered cinema, I was like, this is the community that I support because they support artists. It's artist focused.
So where are you literally based?
So I'm, mostly in airports because I'm on a 24-city roadshow globally right now. But home is in Southern California.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that roadshow. What are some things, the two sides of the question, what are some things that are consistent that you're finding people are always asking, and what is something you've been surprised by, like, that came out of nowhere, I don't know where that came from?
Yeah, well, the thing that I was surprised by was how well it was received because, there are these big shows. So there's like NAB, SIGGRAPH, and GV, GV Expo is one here, but there's not too many for artistic communities. And artists kind of sit back and are always working on their computers. So having an event where they can actually go and meet, they love it. And so that's something that we really discovered. And what was the other question?
What's the consistent inquiry question?
Oh, yeah.
What are people hot on the trail of?
Yeah, so the question is, like, moving forward, everybody's wondering because we're in a very fast-paced industry. One of the big concerns that a lot of people have is how is this industry evolving because it's moving so quick. Because now,
AR,
AR, VR are big questions as well as deliverables. So before, people used to just deliver, HD, right? You deliver HD, that was your thing. But now people are having to redesign for square formats, for social media, and an AR content piece and an advertising piece. So now it's deliverable formats, and we can really support that. So that's one of the big things.
So are you encouraging to both literally the artist, doodler, sketchpad person who just is intrigued with, literally cartoon style storyboarding, as well as the tech guy person tech woman who has to solve some creative problems?
Totally. Well, the whole thing is it's a storytelling tool, right? So everybody, if you're trying to do something creative and cartoonic, there's tools for that. So you can do full character animation and animation as you would see, Pixar and Cartoon Network, that stuff. But also for very technical things, so from CAD drawings and bringing in CAD data to be able to show architectural renderings and things like that, the whole gambit. So it's a really versatile tool.
And there's obviously, just like in our industry, the crossover, like you can take drone footage and do a flyover of a blank piece of nothing
Yep.
and turn it into Marvel City, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
and literally a lot of people are doing that, and there is motion tracking and camera tracking inside cinema, so you can just track that footage,
Right.
bring in your models, just put them in there, and it looks great.
So this is the impossible to answer question.
Okay.
So what still intrigues you in terms of expressing an artistic vision?
Well, for me, the thing is it's a multiplier nowadays, because now when people get to experience the tools and they get creative freedom,
Right.
now their ideas become, well, what can't I do?
Right,
You know,
right,
so
right.
it's before we used to design to constraints, and now those constraints keep getting lifted. You know, it could take a small team to create, an individual could create an animated dinosaur like you would take teams back in the day
Right,
for
right,
Jurassic
right,
Park. Yeah, so it's really the limits are getting unleashed.
So for you, you're still feeling motivated to literally wake up to new ideas, like your own ideas, and bring
yeah.
them, manifest them.
Oh, yeah,
And so,
definitely.
So where do we see some of your own work?
Yeah, you can find my stuff on ArtStation, or you can follow me on Instagram and all around. I'm just Major VFX is where you can find me. Just Major VFX is most of my stuff.
And Matthias Omatola,
Yeah,
is that? Are you Googleable?
I'm Googleable as well too. Yeah.
Okay.
So
what is Matthias? So you're on a 24-city tour, but it looks like you are
coming to the
from
end.
every continent on the planet
yeah.
to begin with.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a very diverse background. Thanks, Mom and Dad. So,
Okay.
so
All right.
truly American.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about maybe what's the next iteration of this stuff. I mean, is there literally something that's about to be launched?
Yeah, well, actually, the big thing is, and why we're on this show, is we just launched our subscription model. So before, our software by itself was, $3,695. So it was really hard for smaller artists to be able to get into it, and we just launched a subscription model. So now
like Adobe,
on a monthly,
you
so
can do
now
like a thing.
on a monthly basis, artists from everywhere that might have had that barrier to entry, now that's gone. So they can come in and join the family.
And would you say you are able to confidently say you've got good support? Like if someone's got the tech needs?
We actually have the best support. So our support system right within our software, any part that you don't understand, you can just right-click Show Help, and it will go to that part of help and give that to you. Also, we have free tech support here in the U.S. and North America, so it's easy. You can just pick up the phone, call the guys sit behind me in my office in Southern California, and the whole time's less than 5 minutes. So it's pretty amazing.
And so are you also findable on like lynda.com? You've got the tutorials out there?
So yeah, we have tons of tutorials. We also have Cineversity. If you just go to our site, maxon.net, so there's hundreds of tutorials, or actually thousands of tutorials there. A good partner with Lynda as well. They're a sponsor on the road show as well. So tons of educational resources. The community is really strong.
Cool. So the tribe. You
We do have a family. Yeah, it's a family, our creative family.
So what's
our nerd family, I call
there you go. So what's your next? Where does Matthias show up next?
Yeah, so actually leaving today. So we're going to be catching a plane in a couple hours and on our way to Miami to actually close out the show.
Well,
yeah,
it'd be nice to get into warmer weather.
Right?
Again.
Yes, it would.
Well, I really appreciate talking to you.
Yeah, thank you
I
so
learned
much.
a lot. Tell us again the URLs.
Yeah,
and
definitely. So maxon.net is where you can find us.
Maxon.net.
Yeah, maxon.net, and you'll be able to find everything you need.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to be right back in just a few minutes with some more interviews. I really had a chance. Saw Matthias setting up last year, and he said, this person looks like he fits and doesn't fit in this place, so I got to talk to him and see what's going on. So we'll be back in a few minutes with just some more interviews. Tune back into the video show and the TIVA streaming booth. Anyway.